What's up, everybody? It's Not So Ninja with the Black Ops 2 gameplay. Today, this gameplay is not from my point of view, but this gameplay is from the point of view of Think Rocket. You guys have seen Think Rocket appear on my channel 2 or 3 times in the past with gameplays from Call of Duty, and he's got another one today. This is a 49-7 in league play, just one off the 50 bomb, and if I'm not mistaken, he almost gets the nuclear this game, and so this is a really, really great gameplay, especially since it's Champion Series League. And so I really hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. His perks are Flak Jacket, Toughness, and Extreme Conditioning. I really like to run Extreme Conditioning. I feel like if you can use it with Dexterity, perk 3 Greed, then that's probably the best setup. But Dexterity is definitely helpful, especially for getting up like CTF, where you have to run flags back across the map and you need to catch up to their carrier, whatever you may be doing. Dexterity just serves such a purpose, and I absolutely love that perk. I want to go ahead and kind of start out this video giving some shout-outs. I want to give a shout-out to GZP Studios. If you guys remember, I started putting an intro on my videos about, I don't know, a few videos back. It was like 5, 6 videos back. I don't even know how many, but as of late, I have an intro for my videos now. It's just short, sweet. It's got my name, what I'm about, and just a nice little drop of dubstep on it. And so, GZP Studios, one of the members from GZP Studios, Blasphemy, was responsible for making me that intro. Like I said, my Sony Vegas messes up a lot, and so he decided to make that intro for me. And then a few weeks later, the other member of GZP Studios, Nightwalker, I talked to him, and I asked him, because he's really good in Photoshop and with graphics and art and stuff, I asked him to make a YouTube channel art for me, and so he made an art for me. And so within just a week or two, both Blasphemy and Nightwalker from GZP Studios have hooked me up with an intro and a YouTube channel art, and I'm just extremely grateful for that. And those guys are an awesome bunch of YouTubers. They do machinimas, actually, primarily for Halo, and what they do is really entertaining. It's really funny. They have some funny skits, and so I'm gonna leave the link to their channel in the description, and you guys should definitely check it out because they deserve a lot more recognition than they're getting, and I'm extremely grateful for all the help that they've given me. I also, wanted to give a shout out to Think Rocket again. Like I said, he doesn't have any videos on his channel because he doesn't have a capturing device or anything. So I can't really tell you guys to go sub to him, but be sure to check him out. Send him a friend request on Xbox or something. I don't really know exactly. Follow him on Twitter. And hit him up, and maybe you guys could play with him sometime. He's really funny to play with. He really is. I love Brandon to death. But I'll leave his Twitter link in the description. And so yeah, I just want to go ahead and give some quick shout outs. In this video, I guess this will be the first video in my how to get better at Call of Duty series. I feel like this is a great time to start it because of the fact that it's league play, and there's a fly flying around my head right now. That's pretty distracting. Okay, we're good. I think it flew away. But considering it's league play, it's almost a 50 bomb. It's almost a nuclear. Like, I'm not really gonna find a more fitting gameplay. You guys know what I mean? If I randomly stop talking or something, it's because this fly it's trying to land on my face, and it's gonna freak me out. It's gonna freak me out. I know it is. This is awful. Anyway. So what I wanted to mainly talk to you guys about today, getting better at Black Ops 2. Getting better at Black Ops 2, a lot of it comes down to your setup. All right, and what I mean by that is your actual setup, like your TV, your headset, your controller, your in-game settings, like your sensitivity, your control settings, things like that, and honestly, your class setup. All that matters. A lot of how you set up and a lot of how you map out your settings going into a game will really determine how well you do. And from my personal experience, I have found that a really, really good way to go with your settings, guys. And you don't have to perfectly mimic my setup or anything, but my setup personally is I run no vibration on my controller. I read a long time ago, I don't remember where, but I read a long time ago that vibration on a controller like messes with your brain or something, and it causes you to miss your shot. Something like it shakes your thumb and it messes with sends false messages to your brain, and so when your thumb's rattling from the vibration, you may miss by a hair because the rattling will push your thumb farther than you want to go. And so I've personally found it. I actually turned it off afterwards, and I personally found that No vibration is the best way for me, at least, and I know it is for most people. I know a lot of pros, a lot of really good people have no vibration on because it's just distracting, and you know, I don't really know how else to describe it. It's just it messes people up a lot, and so you guys might want to turn your vibration off. Another thing is your sensitivity. You don't want to have too high or too low of sensitivity. It's really hard to whip around on people and to turn corners quickly if you're playing on like a 1 or 2 sensitivity, and it's also extremely difficult to play on a really high sensitivity because you know you're playing on like a 9, 10 or higher sensitivity. It's going to be really, really difficult for you to consistently hit your shots because your reticle is going to move so fast that you're going to be sweeping over and past your target. You want a sensitivity that's comfortable where you can maneuver, you can turn, but you also want to be able to have a shot that's steady and consistent. And so you don't want a too high sensitivity. I would suggest anywhere from a 5 to a 7 would be about perfect. I play on a 5 in Call of Duty, and so that's pretty much it. Another thing is your stick layout. I know a lot of people play tactical for some reason. I don't really see the purpose in playing tactical. Like, you know, you can drop shot better or whatever, but drop shotting doesn't really work in the Treyarch Call of Duties anyway. And personally, I just play default. I just claw, and so I don't really need to worry about drop shotting that much because I can just claw like I normally would, you know. But I mean, I guess it's whatever. You guys can really choose your setting. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much if you ask me. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, claw is way better and all this stuff, but honestly, I don't see how claw is way better. It's really, or not. I'm sorry, not claw. Claw is way better. I really don't see how tactical layout is so much better. Like on your controller, you go to tactical instead of default. I don't really see how that is like benefiting you that much. You know, people are like, oh, you can drop shot fast and stuff like. But like I said, drop shotting in the Treyarch Call of Duty doesn't even work. You stop shooting for a slight second when you're laying down, and it's not as fast. And I just don't see how it's even effective to really drop shot when you can just jump shot. And clawing is not a control setting. For you guys who don't know what clawing is a specific way that you hold your controller in your hand. And so, for those of you guys who did not know, clawing is not a controller setting. You can't find that in the settings for your controller. You will have to just learn the style. You can look it up on the internet. But clawing is basically where you have your middle finger on the trigger, and then you put your palm up on the right insert of your controller, and you lay your index finger over on its side where the A and the X and B buttons would be, and you use the side of your index finger to push those buttons down while you shoot with your middle finger. It makes it where you can press buttons without having to move your thumb, which gives you that split-second ability to keep aiming and not take your thumb off the joystick while you're pressing those buttons, which can be extremely helpful. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I mean, like I said, you know, you want to have your vibration off, preferably. I mean, like I said, you guys may not prefer it off, but most people, once they start trying it without vibration, they enjoy it a lot more. Go ahead and at least give it a try, guys. You never know how you might feel. Keep a pretty neutral sensitivity where you can whip around at an effective pace, but keep a consistent shot. Another thing would be, like I said, you know, your settings don't really matter that much, like whether you play default or tactical. Try playing claw because that helps a lot. Try to learn how to play that, get used to it. And then another thing that really helps is your class setup. And for your classes, I mean, there's really no set way to go. Every gun in Black Ops 2 is effective in some way or another. Some definitely more than others in all around situations. But if you guys want to see my class setups, I made a video a while back. I mean, I'm not really sure exactly how many videos ago, but it was a decent while back. And so if you guys would like to see my classes, you'll have to go back and watch that video. I think I've changed a few things up since then, but my classes are still basically the same, except for maybe an attachment or two for some of the guns. Maybe a tactical grenade is different or something. But the primary things on my guns, like, you know, main perks and the the primary weapon and the secondaries, they're basically still the same. I mean, I don't really mess with that much, so you guys are still good there. Don't worry about that. But that's pretty much all I had to talk about for this gameplay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking here right now. I guess I'll let the rest of the video roll out if there's any left. I'm not really sure right now. It looks like time's kind of winding down anyway. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like to see me make a part 2 to how to get better at Call of Duty, then slap a like on this video so I know you guys enjoyed it, so I know you guys benefited from it. If you did benefit from it, leave a comment. There's my screen going dark. That hasn't happened in a while. But, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm Not So Ninja, and I'm out. Peace.